Oh my God, Scorpio, I'm not going to prep. I'm not going to take my time. I'm not burning a whole bunch of sage. I'm not doing none of that. None of that. Let's get right to your reading. Because Scorpio, you're up next. The last person I did was Libra with my sporadic ass. So for those of you who love me, you love me, and that's just really how that goes. Before I get started, I just want to say, and pretty soon I'll be back in the videos, and I'm going to create like a few other channels, because if you look back in my channel history, it's a mix of astrology. It's a mix of, hold up, let me get my caramel macchiato. It's a mix of astrology. It's a mix of my caramel macchiato. My employees gave me gift cards to get. They love me. Anyway, it's a mix of astrology, a lot of truths. There's some health stuff on there, and I'm like terrible with makeup. I've been kind of teased all my life. This is a good teasing, I suppose, for looking Chinese or Asian. And sometimes I feel like when I put on makeup, I look like a little China doll or something. It's just too much. I feel like I'm already pretty enough without it. And yeah, some people hate when I wear makeup. He's like, take that off, take it off. So anyway, I'm not really into makeup, but I do like doing like product reviews and things like that, especially like a lot of natural products. Like right now I'm using Burt's Bees toothpaste, and I've been using those wood toothbrushes, which I like a lot better than the plastic ones. And it's just a lot of different things that I've been doing. So I think I know I'm going to create at least one other channel for like truths and spirituality and manifestation, things like that. And then I think I'm going to create another channel for like product reviews and stuff like that. So stay tuned. And then I'm hoping to beef up my videos on this channel. I've been doing a lot of we've been doing a lot of remodeling around my house. So before I get back on camera, I just want to get my backgrounds and just get everything set up how I want it. So yes, a lot of moving stuff around in my house. It's just been like a lot going on, but fun stuff, really, really fun, good stuff. Life is beautiful in the Libra season. I don't know what Scorpio season is going to bring, but it's been beautiful in Libra season. I know this weekend we were having an Aries full moon. So if you guys have been having some tensions, or you feel like there's just a lot of bullshit this weekend, fights, negative energy, people wanting to be combative and stuff like that, blame it on the Aries full moon, because that's just what was going on, okay? And that just depends on where Aries is in your chart. Aries for me is up in my 10th house. I still think of Placidus sometimes, but I'm really starting to use the whole sign system more. So I used to, in Placidus, I have Aries in the 11th with Taurus intercepted in the 11th. But taking the whole signs, I have Aries in the 10th. Taurus 11th, Gemini. Yeah, Aries in the 10th. So it's been a good thing. It was really busy building up. It's just to go to show you how true astrology is. Because honestly, I study astrology. I study it for my own personal life. And then I try to tarot and intuitiveness, a level of psychicness. That's been with me since a child. I mean, that's really nothing new. But studying astrology and like learning more and then bringing it to you guys, I studied in my own life because I live by it, die by it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't always come back and bring it back to the video, or don't always specifically, I might not keep up with a particular transit, but then I always go back and compare and see what was going on. And it's funny because I wasn't super in tune with this Aries full moon, and it's probably because it was really busy for me on my full-time job. So it was a very busy work week, which is very fitting for Aries in the 10th. Now that I go back and think about it, I mean, this didn't even just dawn on me until I'm doing this video. So that's just a small scenario of how that may work in your life. And I know we're shifting into Scorpio season. Yeah, we have about a week or two left in Libra season, but pretty soon will be in Scorpio season. So for me, I look forward to Scorpio season. Scorpio is my sister water sign. Although I love my Pisces, I always feel like Pisces is the odd man out. They're a little crazy, but not that we are a little crazy. Shout out Pisces, love you Pisces. But Scorpio is my sister sign, and I have there's certain signs I just have a lot of respect for. I mean, there's certain signs I like, but there's certain signs I do respect for how they operate. And I definitely respect how a Scorpio operates. I respect that out of the gate, you may not always think of them as the smartest or like some super intelligent person, but Scorpio becomes that person through studying, investigation, perfecting, really putting together information and understanding it. Like I can understand something, but I might not always understand the best way to explain it to someone else. But the way a Scorpio puts the pieces of the puzzle together and then they relate that to other people, I find that that's like an amazing talent. So I'm thankful for Scorpio season, because not only is it the surface analytical, like you get past that with Virgo, like the surface analytical stuff that you really need to take care of. It's important to see the details, but sometimes you may be looking too close at things that don't even really matter in the scheme of things. But Scorpio is like getting to the matter of something. It's getting to the heart of something. It's getting to the root of the cause of something, what really does matter. Not wasting a lot of time on the bullshit, like getting right to what matters and investigating that, and then going deep about that, trying to resolve or trying to understand or trying to put in perspective. So and then Scorpio can bring it to the masses and relay it and put it in a way that's very relatable to other people. So I look forward to those things and that energy happening in Scorpio season, along with Halloween. For some reason, I really look forward to Halloween this year. And I'm not a person who typically, like, I believe life is about balance. It's not about not doing something. It's not about doing something. It's about like teetering the line in between, knowing when to not be too serious about something and not knowing when to not be too nonchalant or lackadaisical about something. So I always kind of walk the line. But for some reason, I'm looking forward to spending time with loved ones and family and stuff like that on this Halloween, doing fun stuff. Okay. And before I jump right into Scorpio, because this whole time I've been talking, I should have been shuffling cards. Before I jump, I'm ratchet today, so you really won't catch me on camera. It's early in the morning. But before I start dealing the cards and talking about Scorpio, I do want to say, don't forget to visit Earth Sky Star. I have a lot of uploads to do with new products that are in stock. We have the raw selenite wands out here. These could be used for all of your ceremonies, whatever rituals you perform, whatever cleansing things. I like to always keep some raw selenite or a selenite tower. I really like the wands. I like the towers too because they're a cool geometric shape. But I love the wands as well. These are very clearing. Sometimes you can even use these as a wand. You have to be careful sometimes because selenite is kind of sensitive. It can chip. So I'm not always picking it up and using it, but I may sit it somewhere like in a holder for it to stand up straight like a wand or a tower or something like that. So I believe those are out on the website. I'm almost sure the selenite towers are on the website. So we've got the selenite towers. I just pulled a few over here from out of my stockpile. So we got a lot of selenite wands or sticks. I have all kinds of sage out there, guys. So don't hesitate to go out there and try out the sage, because I have all kinds of sage. All right, I got that. Then we've got some California white sage, like the big sage sticks. I've got red sage, all kinds of stuff, all kinds of goodies. This is a juniper sage here. I got juniper. So all kinds of stuff. I'm making lavender sticks for you guys, so I'll have that soon. Just regular white sage again. So I've got all kind of goodies for you guys. And then I've got some cool, now these I didn't put out there yet. One sec, I just have to unwrap them. And sometimes I don't know if I post quantities on the website, It's my intention to post quantities under products because some of the stuff I find, they're special finds, so I have limited supplies of them. And a lot of stuff I find, guys, I don't even want to sell you to really, you know, be really, really honest about it. Some stuff I had to just like keep for myself because it's too cute. So one of those things would be this cute little bowl. I'm about to show it to you. One sec. Just taking a tag off of the bottom. So would be this cute little marble bowls, and these are perfect if you're burning incense, if you're mixing anything, if you're doing certain mixing. It's sort of like the dish to a mortar and pestle kind of bowl. So it's stone. I mean, it's probably not marble. I don't know what kind of stone this is, but it's stone. So this is a good bowl for incense. Any herbs that you have, any little mixes that you want to do. I would even use something like this for beauty and face and all of that. And Scorpio, I'm sorry you got this long introduction. I'm going to cut this and kind of put this in the video in the beginning of all the videos. So if you guys hear me saying Scorpio and I put this in another video, it's for you too. Those were just my introductions before I actually got to the tarot reading. All right, onward to Scorpio. So let's see what is going on. I'm shuffling the wrong deck. I'm going to use the Nominus. Going to use Romance Angels. Bam. Bam. And I'm going to use, I got to put these in the order that I want to use them. And I'm going to use, let me just get my stones where I can see them. 1 second. These are my own stones, but I'll have them on the website too. I think I do have some rose quartz, big chunks of rose quartz. Really nice, big I love these chunks of rose quartz. So those are out on the, should be out on the site. The laborite's not, but the rose quartz should be. So, and bam, we're going to use my favorite deck of all, the Rider-Waite. Actually, guys, it's crazy because I don't think the Rider-Waite is my favorite deck anymore. I think the Voodoo Tarot is my favorite deck. And it's amazing how when I bought that Voodoo Tarot, I'm going to use it soon. I didn't use it for this reading because when I call on my ancestors, when I think of ancestors, I'm just like, all my ancestors. You get what I'm saying? All the ancestors, all of my ancestors from past. But I don't know the names of like all the Loa and, you know, the spirits and the Oguns and the Mambos and stuff like that. So I'm learning that more. And when I feel really comfortable with it, I will use that tarot. But it's almost like it's embedded within you. It's not really even learning because I just took to it and the messages come for me really clear in that Voodoo Tarot. And that may be because, first of all, it's an African-centered tarot, which of course speaks to my heart. But also, I can remember when my grandfather was alive, and what he would always say when we would be together. You know, my family is really close, or was really close. You know, at the time when you got your grandparents around, and everybody goes to grandma's house every Sunday and things like that. So, what my grandfather used to always say when I would be at his house is that I always remind him of his peoples that were Creole. So he would always say, "You're the one out of all your cousins that look so Creole. You remind me of this relative and this relative." And one day I'm going to do the research. I mean, we know a lot about my mom's side of the family, but there's pure Indian in my grandfather's side of the family, and a lot of the history of that side of the family and the family tree is a little bit more obscured than my mom's side. So I don't know a lot about those relatives, but I'm going to make it a mission in my life to find out at some point, because I would like to know that history a little better, especially with my Indian relatives and my Creole relatives. So maybe that's another reason like that Voodoo deck really took to me. I have never been to New Orleans. I've never been to Haiti. I've never experienced Creole culture up close and personal at hand, but I used to always remember my grandfather said that. So there's something in the DNA, there's something in those spirits that are Creole. And maybe that's why I like that deck and take to that deck. So I'm just talking you to death until I actually get these cards ready, which I'm going to go ahead and deal them because they're pretty much already shuffled, but I did want to give them another take. So let me see what's going on for Scorpio this month. Scorpio, especially with this Aries full moon leading like through the next week and stuff, you guys may be combative. Guys may be like on somebody's ass. Oh, we're already at 15 minutes. I'm definitely gonna have to chop that first part up and make it an intro in all of my videos. You may be on somebody's ass. You may have had it. Like Scorpio, I think you're putting things in order. I think you are trying to get out your feelings. Scorpio, you may have been stuck in your feelings about something. You may have been stuck in your feelings about something and can't come eye to eye in some choices and decisions or with another person. So Scorpio, I don't think you're going to be taking too much BS. Like you might be having that Aries warlike stance. I don't know. Scorpio, you ain't playing. That's all I'm going to say. As we go into the end of the year, you ain't playing. All right? All right. So let's see what it really do, Scorpio. Yep, you saying how you feel. Ooh, the sun and the moon. That's like a couple. That's like a meant to be. Although these are not court cards. They're not the lovers. They're not court cards. It's not a king and a queen, cups, pentacles, air, swords. It's not the queen and the king, but the sun and the moon is like a couple. Even talking about zodiacs, and if we talk about zodiac compatibility, a lot of times, and which I think is true to an extent, but I've got another take on compatibility that I'm going to try to get a video out on. Because it's almost like the true compatibility, I agree, is more so based upon rulerships, planetary rulerships, and the sun, which is the sign of Leo, and the moon, which is the sign of Cancer. They have no, they do not share planetary rulerships with anybody. So they say Leo and Cancer are very compatible. I know several Leo and Cancer couples, marriages, all that stuff. Me personally, now I don't know if it's because I'm Leo rising. I'm not Leo rising. Leo North Node. I don't know what it is, but most of my close friends all my life have been like doing that pivotal part of life where you have like a group of girls and you got best friends and all that stuff. Somebody's texting my phone early in the morning. They always do that. So, they know they interrupted my readings. So anyway, but I don't mind. Well, let me not say that. So, yeah, I know. Most of my friends have been Leos, like all of my life. I really never have met a Leo I didn't like. Let me just put it like that. So that's why I compared this to compatibility, because you got the sun and the moon, but both in reverse. So your heart it's a dichotomy between the heart and the head. You're getting everything in reverse. So I'm going to read these like it's straight up, and I'm going to read it reverse, because Scorpio, you just got like every card in reverse. All right, I'm going to stop dealing it, but it's going to be okay in the end. There's a element of not seeing eye to eye. There's an element of not feeling the best emotionally, because something you want to come through, something you want to happen is not happening. There may be some Scorpios out there who are dealing with financial issues or a lack when it comes to finances, or you are tired of holding on to something. And I could say that personally from a Scorpio. I know who I was talking to yesterday. You guys may be tired of holding on to something, and you may just want to let go. You get what I'm saying? You may want to let go of something that you've had for a long time. I mean, I'm not specifically calling this a love reading, but it does speak to me a lot about emotions, happiness, spirit, possessions, what you have gained, and then come into a decision to make a decision and make a cut down the middle about it. So there may be some Scorpios out there who have to pay some bills. Maybe you got some debts that you have to settle this month. There may be some Scorpios out there. Oh my gosh, my phone. There may be, I should pause this, but I'm going to hurry. I'm going to finish this. There may be some, this is why I can't get readings done, y'all. This is why. So there may be some Scorpios out there. Oh my gosh, I need to get this card and I'm not coming on camera. There may be some Scorpios out there who are going through issues dealing with their kids. Maybe there's emotional breakup or split and it has to do with the kids. It's pulling the kids in, and maybe you have a male child. Maybe there may be some Scorpios who feel like they have lost something, or they are not the working person they used to be after having a child. And there may be some Scorpios who are going through certain divorces and breaks in partnerships, and just letting go of something that it took you a long time to gain. And this may tie into your family, your stability. It's like all you've ever known. But I'm seeing a sense of wanting some freedom, wanting some changes, and just wanting some freedom with the Scorpios out there. And that's really what's going on. And you guys could be dealing with a Libra. You could be dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus. What's the other one? Virgo. You could be dealing with a Leo. So here you have Libra. Then you could be dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. You got the Page of Pentacles in reverse, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So not coming out, whatever the offer is, you ain't going to take it, Scorpio. Like, you're not going for what's being presented for you right now. You're not going for the relationship. You're not coming together. There's a sense of separation. There's a sense of isolation. There's a sense of breaking. But it's a good thing for you because you're letting go. You're letting go of whatever you've held onto so tightly, or whatever you've known over these last several years. But it's going to be a good thing. Out of all the cards, this is the only one that came up upright. So no matter what happens, whether it's divorce, whether it's separation, whether it's having to pay bills, obligations, and debts, whether it's having to come to an agreement with somebody where you both agree, you will be balanced and you will come out on a positive note in the end. And we got the semi-sextile card. And I feel like that's telling you to go ahead on the path that you choose. It may not be easy, Scorpio. It may not be hard to make some of these decisions, but you have got to do what's best for you. And that's really the bottom line. Not considering everybody else, not letting anybody walk over top of you or control you, because there's an element about Scorpio that has to be in control as well. And that may be why you guys are looking for freedom. And the semi-sextile card says it encourages, it sees the potential in, it clarifies, it gives hope to, it compensates, intuits, tempers, responds, cycles, grows, realizes, rewards. And see, that's a lot of what I'm talking about. Follow your intuition. Go with what's in your heart, and you will be rewarded in the end. It is going to be balanced in the end. You will be blessed in the end, but you had to let go. You've had to let go of something that you've known, or you had, or you've been dealing with for a while, Scorpio. So that may be the case with that. And this has to do with your home. This has to do with your fourth house. This has to do with family and relationship and children and all those things that go on in the home. There may even be some Scorpios who are thinking of moving homes or changing homes. That could very well be a possibility as well. So this is focused around the fourth house. What's going on in the home and family. And it may have some aspects of motherhood involved as well as fatherhood, because we talked about that right here with the sun and the moon. And this is the mother and the father, the sun being the masculine father energy, sometimes depending on your preference in astrology, or what you prefer, or what you go with. The sun represents the father in astrology, as well as Jupiter and Saturn. They have all been said, depending on just different astrologers, to represent the father. And the moon represents the mother. Everybody knows the moon. I mean, there's no dichotomy about that. Really not another planet. Well, I suppose, I don't know if any times anybody ever says Venus represents the mother. A mother in a certain way. Maybe more so I would look at Venus more so as becoming a mother. The energy of fertility and the possibility of becoming a mom, the pregnant woman. But the moon is the mom. The moon is mother, who knows best, who is intuitive, who guides and raises and takes raises and takes care of a child and guides them the right way and on the right path. So whatever's going on, it has a lot to do with what's going on in your home and your family. And there may be some issues and something out of balance and that you need to let go of there. And it says family, home, background, comfort, cooking, inner world, real estate, shelter, self-care, rejuvenation habits, and shell. So a lot of you guys may not be expressing your real emotions to your partners and things like that. You may be hiding in the shell. And because it's mentioned cooking, now I wasn't going to say this, right? Because a lot of times if I'm listening, I get messages before readings. Most of the time I'm listening. So before I ever deal any cards, I've already kind of got a theme of what's going on. And that's when I talked about Scorpio putting down their foot, not taking no stuff, being warlike, war ready. That was a message I had gotten. But then another message I had gotten was dressing. I don't know. I had like 3 salad dressings sitting on the counter and they were all at the end of the bottle. And it's like, just throw them away. Because I had a salad yesterday evening. It's like, just throw them away. Like you got to turn them all upside down and they're only going to drip out about a tablespoon of dressing at the end of the day. So why do you still have those? Throw them away. So if for some reason, I mean, that may relate to your life and help you out in your life and however it does. But it may also symbolize that something is drained. All that can be used, all that can be done, the heart of this thing, what was precious about this thing, what was fulfilling about this thing is no longer. It's at the end and it needs to be recycled. It needs to be thrown away. Recycled to either come in a new packaging. So that doesn't always mean that it's just over, done, or thrown away and just start over. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the theme of that is. And let me give you another card. Aries. Couldn't plan these readings if I try. I think that's the reason why I will never stop doing this. You know, I'm a person, I'm a cardinal sign. So I always have a lot of irons in the fire at one time. A lot of different things I start and sometimes I lack focus and I get really busy with other crap because it's got too much going on and that speaks to the inconsistency of me really posting the videos on my YouTube channel. But I don't think I'll ever stop doing this because almost every time I do a reading, the cards, spirit, intuition, and just the knowingness of the world, the synchronicities of the world and the energy of the world, it never ceases to amaze me. It never does. Because I've got a deck with all of these cards. We're doing a Scorpio reading, but I've been talking about Aries in the Aries energy, because I believe that's affecting Scorpio a lot, because Scorpio is also ruled by Mars. So Aries and Scorpio share the same rule and they have a lot in common. So for Aries to come out, like this was going to be the last card that I drew, because I drew you 5 Rider-Waite cards. You know, I'm doing this reading off the cuff. I was going to draw you possibly one more. So, I mean, look, you got 50 some cards left in the deck. I've only drawn 3 and bam, there we have Aries. And this is you, Scorpio. This ain't Aries this month. This is you, badass bitch. That has a life in front of her, and you just want to take it by the horns. Take life by the horns, Scorpio. Take your life by your horns. Put your life in your own hands. Be active and do all of the things that you have wanted to do. Scorpio, you definitely had the energy for it. And reading this card, I never, half of the time I don't read the description, and if I did I would memorize it. And the first word on this Aries card is active, self-starting, daring, fierce, assertive, fiery, exhilarating, innocent, on a mission, bossy, driving, sparky, courageous, selfish, macho, impulsive, argumentative, and competitive. And we're having an Aries fucking full moon right now. Like right now. Like ever since Friday. I'm doing this reading on a Sunday on the weekend of the Aries full moon. I'm doing this on the 13th. So not only do we have the Aries full moon, when I told you guys this energy was in the air. So you may have been fighting with a partner. I personally know a Scorpio who was fighting with her partner. You may have been fighting with a partner. You may have been fighting with people. You may be at discord with people in your romantic life and in your family life. Like I just feel like Scorpio, you're just not taking no bullshit. You're very assertive. Like your fuse is short right about now, especially with these Aries moon and Mars being your ruler, and that could be why. And then, you know, like I said, it's all meant to be in these cards. I love the tarot. I love talking to you guys about the tarot, despite my amount of videos. I really, really do, because there's never any coincidences. It just is everything that happens is in these readings is always meant to be. Not only do we get the semi-sextile, we got the sextile. So whatever's meant for you is right around the corner, Scorpio. It's going to take a little bit more work, but it's not going to be hard. A lot of the hard work and a lot of the hard stuff, my phone keeps going off, is over. Like you've done that. You've made it through a lot of the challenges. Is now it's time to reap the rewards. It's time to go for what you know. It's time for you to realize some of your dreams and really live the life that Scorpio wants to live. It's time for you to be in control of your destiny. But something has to be worked out in the partnerships. Maybe this will be with the help of someone else. Because when I think of sextiles and semi-sextiles, I always think of next to. So there's something that even though you're doing it by yourself, you're going to have the help and support of other folks, Scorpio. I think that's what I'm trying to say. And the card says collaborates, assists, explains, provides opportunity, synergizes, creates possibilities for, opens doors, promises, brings insight to, communicate, welcomes, and develops. So all of those things are going to be going on for you, Scorpio. Like I talked about before, I even drew this card. New possibilities, doing what you always wanted to do, taking the bull by the horn, and taking advantage of the possibilities that are coming up in your life. It's almost like a now or never thing. And I think the full moon in Aries, North Node being in Cancer, so it's in the cardinal sign, so that's energy back to the other cardinal signs, Capricorn, Libra, and Aries. We have all these planets in Libra right now. Granted, they're moving into Scorpio, but we just hit and we're in the middle of Libra season. That's in opposition to Aries. So there may have been a lot of things when it comes to relationship, especially depending on what house you have it in. I'm not even going to do the romance cards because I feel like this is giving you guys a lot to go off of, and this video is already like 31 minutes and I don't want to make it too much longer. You have to come back for the romance cards. I'll put those in an extended reading. If you do want a love reading with the romance cards or specifically on love and you need more details, go to the website earthskystar.com, order the love readings, especially right now while they're at a discounted price, and you can get a specific love reading. Okay, just go to the website. So I feel like with all of that energy that's been going on, it has you reflecting on your partnerships, on the people in your life, and the value that you have. Are you doing what you need to do, Scorpio, what you want to do? Are you living your life how you want to live it, Scorpio? So there may just be a lot of reflections on personal needs and wants versus partnerships and things of that nature. So I wish you the best. Put your comments down below in the comment box. The website will be in the description box. And put your comments below and let's talk about it, Scorpio. If you need to talk on a more personal level, don't hesitate to email me. I am here to help. It is my mission, life's purpose and mission. And if you need any of the sage, any of the crystals to help clear your spirit and calm your spirit, and any of those other little spiritual knickknacks, make sure you visit earthskystar.com. This is Madam X. This is Frequency Rural Radio, and this has been a pleasure. Thank you guys for joining me, and I hope I helped and brought some enlightenment to your day, to your mind, to your life in some sort of way today. If I did that, then my job is done. Thank you guys. Have a great day.